Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kim and today we're doing my Cliterature Round 2 TBR. So, what is Cliterature? Well, we started off as a book club. We had a romance/spicy book to read every single month, and unfortunately it became a little bit too much for our host, who is Steph over at Steph Loves. We were all really understanding with this because she does do a lot. So instead of doing a book club, I think somebody in her Patreon decided that maybe a readathon would work out better and that we'd do this a few times a year. So here we are. This is happening between the 5th and the 11th of August. It is 1 week long. I will leave a link to Steph's channel and the announcement video for Cliterature Round 2 down below. Go and check it out. Come and join us. We do have fun. So this time around, once again, Steph has made us a bingo board, and there's quite a few squares on this one. There's 16 squares on this one. Usually there's only like 9. So yeah. I've put a book on for every single one of the squares. That is a book prompt. Do I think I'm getting to every single one of these? No. I don't think I'm going to read all of these. So the easiest thing that I think I can do, I've put a book on for every single prompt. One of the prompts is a spinner wheel. So I'm going to put all of these books on a spinner wheel and it is going to decide my fate of what order I read these in. I would hope I can get to all of them, but it's not going to happen, is it? There is 12 different books on this bingo board. Luckily, I am off for the whole week. I'm off work for the whole week. So I'd hope to get a lot of reading done, but then we'd have a lot of stuff to do around the house. We want to go out on day trips, so I don't know how much I'm going to get done. We'll see. So let's go through this bingo board square by square and tell you which books I plan to put in for every single prompt. So the first square on here is for spring. Steph has put in every season on this bingo board, which I'm loving. So the first one is spring. This is also a Steph recommendation. She has said that every book in this series just so happens to relate to a season. I've already read the first one, which was Love Like Farms. The second one just happens to be spring. So if I spin on this one, I will be picking up In the Weeds. The second one on here is for a POC author. This has been on many a TBR and it has been in my TBR for many a year. I need to pick this up, so I'm hoping the spinner wheel will land on this one. It is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. The next square on here is a new to you trope. I've tried quite a few tropes, so I'm hoping this one has a trope in it that maybe I haven't seen that much of. It is Part of Your World. The next one on here is Summer Read, and for this, when I think summer, I think lying on a sandy beach, under an umbrella, cold drink in hand, book in the other, lapping waves, so it had to be beach read. The next square on here is poll pick. Once again, I popped over to the Discord and I popped a poll on. Once again, I used an emoji poll, so what emojis did I use and what books? Well, I had the flower emoji for Things We Hide from the Light. I had the wolf emoji for A Curse of Blood and Wolves. I had the airplane emoji for Mile High. And I had the pen emoji for Divine Rivals. So the poll ended up as follows. In 4th place, with just 3 votes, was Divine Rivals. In 3rd place, with just 4 votes, was Mile High. In 2nd place, with 5 votes, was Things We Hide from the Light. And then the winner, with 6 votes, was Curse of Blood and Wolves, so that is what I'm reading for poll pick. The next one on here is for a short read, and for this I've decided to pick up an arc that I was granted quite a few years ago. I kind of want to do a challenge where I go through all my arcs and maybe pick up a few that I haven't got to yet. And this was one of the first arcs that I was granted, so I decided to put this on there for short read. It is Past Me. The next one on here is LGBTQ+ rep. And for this, again, it is one that has been on quite a few TBRs. It is one that has been on my TBR for a very long time and I've still not got to it. It is Red, White and Royal Blue. The next one on here is to take part in a sprint, and knowing Steph, she's going to put on as many sprints as she possibly can during this readathon. So pop over to her channel. She'll probably put up the schedule beforehand so you can see when she's going live with a sprint and come and join us. The next one on here is to treat yourself. Treat yourself with whatever you want. It can be a takeaway, a bubble bath, it can be buying books, it can be anything that you think you deserve to treat yourself with. The next one, I had to find a pink or red cover. And for this, if it comes up, I'll be starting a new series. But quite a few people like this series. I will be picking up Flawless. The next square, of course, is Spinner Wheel. And like I said, I'm already going to be doing a Spinner Wheel. I'm going to choose every single book with my Spinner Wheel. The next one on here is new release, and basically it means a book that has been released in 2024. So for this, I've decided to put on Fangirl Down. Starting on the bottom row, we have Autumn Prompt, and this took me a minute to find, but I think I found one that I might enjoy. So this, I'll be reading Just Don't Fall. The next one on here is a Steph or a friend recommendation, and I had to pick a Steph rec. Me and Steph kind of tend to pick the same kind of books and enjoy the same kind of books, so I had to pick Steph for this. She really loves this book, so I'm hoping that I will too. I decided to pick up Still Beating. The next one on here is a self-care activity, and again, that can be anything that is self-care to you. You can treat yourself to a facial, you can treat yourself to a bubble bath, you can treat yourself to a slice of cake because hell, you deserve it. Whatever you feel is self-care to you counts. And the final little one on here is winter, which means I have to put a Christmas book on, don't you? You have to. You have to. Winter is Christmas. So for this, I've decided to put on Dashing Through the Snow. And that is everything that I would like to get to in literature. I'm hoping that the Spinner Wheel is going to be very kind to me, but we'll see. The only way that you can find out is if you watch my vlog, which I hope that I'll be able to catch up with while I'm on holiday next week. But there you go, that's everything. As always, down in my description box you can find a link to all of my socials. Come give me a follow on Goodreads on Instagram and on X. You can like this video, you can comment, and you can subscribe if you want to know when that vlog's going up. Want to let me know you're here without actually talking to me, it's got to be the love hearts emoji. And I will see you next time. Deals.